Okay, now today we are going to start this very important lesson. It is called inequality. In most of lessons in combined mathematics, we need then knowledge about inequalities, right? So let's move to the lesson. Inequalities first there is a definition. For inequality. Here definition mean it describes us what is inequality, right? So in definition, this is the definition for inequality. A comma b element of real number set. If a comma b element of real number set, then first one. If a minus b positive, if a minus b positive, then we can write this one. Second one, if a minus b negative, we can write this inequality. Right? This is the definition. In definition, a comma b is a real number. Then if a minus b positive, if a minus b is positive value, then we can write it this way. If a minus b is negative, then we can write it this way. This one and this one called as inequality mark. So there are two inequality marks, right? There are two inequality marks, this one and this one. Then there is a special thing. When we read this inequality, we have to read it this way. So we have to read this one. A is greater than B. A is greater than B. In this symbol, this side, this open side number is always greater than this side number. Then we have to read this one as A is greater than B. Then this one we have to read A is less than B. That is the way. So there are two inequality marks. We have to read it different way. This is read as A is greater than B. This one A is less than B. Right? So this is two inequality mark, right? Okay. Now write down this one. First write lesson name inequalities. Then you have to write definition. Okay, then write down this one. If a comma b element of real number set, then first one. If a minus b positive, if a minus b positive, A is greater than B. A is greater than B. Second one, if A minus B negative, If A minus B negative, then A is less than B. Then you have to write here, here, write down this inequality mark and this inequality mark is named as inequality marks. Inequality marks. Right. This is the definition, right? Then we have to learn there are few inequality laws. To solve inequality, we should have knowledge about inequality laws, right? In O-level mathematics, you have learned 6 inequality laws, and A-level mathematics, we have to learn another 4 inequality laws, right? Then write down inequality laws. Then first one, if A is greater than B, there is an inequality, A is greater than B. Here C is real number. Here C is element of real number set. That means C is a real number. Then we can add both sides of inequality C. Then here A plus C, right hand side become B plus C, inequality mark not change. That is the law. Second part, first law, second part. Here A is less than B and C is real number. Then we can add both sides this real number, then left hand side become A plus C, right hand side become B plus C, then inequality mark not change. This is the first law. Here in inequality first law, there are 2 parts. No? Why there are 2 parts? For this inequality mark and this inequality mark. So as there are 2 inequality marks, so this law we have to write 2 methods. Right? After that we have to summarize this one like this. If there is any inequality mean whether this inequality mark or this inequality mark, it is not affect this one. In any inequality, we can add both sides same real number, then inequality mark not change. That is the summary. That is the summary. Second one, A is greater than B, C is a real number. Then we can subtract C from both sides. Then left hand side A minus C, right hand side B minus C. Then inequality mark not change. Second one, if A is less than B, C is real number, then we can subtract C from both sides, A minus C, here B minus C, then inequality mark not change. That is the second part. Now we can summarize this one. in any inequality mark, we can subtract same real number from both sides. Then inequality mark not change. Right? Then third one. A is greater than B and C is positive. Here C is greater than 0. Greater than 0 means this is positive, right? Then there is an inequality and C is a positive real number. Then we can multiply both sides by C. Here A into C, here B into C. Then inequality mark not change. Second one, A is less than B and C is positive. Then we can multiply both sides by C. Then inequality mark not change, right? Then we can summarize this one. In any inequality mark, we can multiply both sides by same positive real number. Then inequality mark not change. Right? That is the law. Then fourth one, A is less than B and C is positive. Then we can multiply both sides by C. No, then we can divide both sides by C. Then inequality mark not change. Second one, A is less than B, C is positive. Then we can divide both sides by C, but inequality mark not change. Right? Now we can summarize this third law and fourth law this way. We can multiply or divide any inequality by same positive real number, then inequality mark not change. Right? If C is positive, then there is a hidden thing that if C is negative, then there should be some problem. No? That is why when C is positive, there are two laws. This is the fifth one. A is less than B, C is less than 0, that means C is negative. Then we can multiply both sides by C. Then inequality mark change. For this inequality mark comes. That means this inequality mark reverse. That is the word. That inequality mark reverse, right? Second one, A is less than B, C is less than 0. Then we can multiply both sides by C. Then this inequality mark reverse. Sixth one, A is greater than B and C is less than 0. Then we can divide both sides by C. Then what happened? This inequality mark reverse. Second one, A is less than B, C is less than 0. We can divide both sides by same negative real number, then inequality mark change. These are the basic inequality laws. These 6 inequality laws you have learned in O-level mathematics also, right? So first we have to write down this one. Then we can go to the A-level. In A-level mathematics, you have to study another 4 inequality laws. We can study those things after you write this one. Right. Now 7-1. A is greater than B and B is greater than C. That means there are two inequalities with same inequality mark. This inequality and this inequality, same inequality mark. And there is very special thing in this inequality right hand side, in this inequality left hand side same, no? Here B, here also B. Then according to the law, we can write these two inequality by combining this A is greater than B and C is greater than B. We can combine these two inequality, then this acts as a one inequality, but there are two inequality marks. So this is called double inequality. Double inequality. Then otherwise we have to identify then, if there is a double inequality, we can separate this double inequality into two inequality. No? This inequality mark and its left hand, right hand, right hand, right, this one. And this inequality mark and its left hand side and right hand side, this one. Okay. And there is another thing. By using these two inequality, we can write one inequality. That means we can skip B, then we can directly write A is greater than C. We have to skip B, then A is greater than C. Then second part. Second part we discuss, for this inequality mark, other inequality mark is there. A is less than B and here B is less than C. That means there are two inequality. This inequality right hand side, this inequality left hand side na same. Now we can write by combining these two, this double integration, double inequality. Other one we can write directly by skipping B, A is less than C. A is less than C. This is the 7 inequality law. Then 8-1. A is greater than B and here C is greater than D. Same inequality mark. Then we can add these two inequalities. Then if we add these two, then left hand right A plus C, right hand side B plus D, then inequality mark not change. Second one, there is an inequality A is less than B and C is less than D. Then we can add these two inequality A plus C, here B plus D, inequality mark not change. This is the 8th one. Then ninth inequality, first part, A is greater than B and B is greater than 0. The meaning of this one, as B is greater than 0, that means B positive. A is greater than B, then B positive, and A is greater than B, that means A also positive, right? The meaning of this one, there is a inequality. In that inequality, both sides are positive, right? Then we can take this reciprocal, right? Then that means here 1 over A, here 1 over B. Then inequality mark reverse. That is the law. Right? Second one. A is less than B and 0 is less than A. If we read this way, A is greater than 0, that means A positive. B is greater than A, then B also positive. That means this inequality mark, left hand side and right hand side, both are positive. Then we can take reciprocal 1 over A, here 1 over B, then inequality mark reverse. This is the ninth law. 10th one, A is greater than B and B is greater than 0. Then C is greater than D, D is greater than 0. That means there is two inequality. Here same inequality mark, and left hand side and right hand side of both inequality are positive. Then this law says then we can multiply these two inequality. If we multiply left hand, then 10th one, if there is a same direction to inequality with positive side, we can multiply both inequality. So now you can write down 7, 8, 9 and 10th inequality laws. After that we can solve inequalities by using these inequality laws.
වර්ෂාවේ කැඳ හැලියෝ
Right. Now, now we have learned definition of inequality, then inequality laws now. Inequality laws. Okay. Now we have to study how to find the solution of inequality. right? To solve inequality, then what is the solution of inequality mean? If there is an inequality, we have to find the value of unknown that can take that inequality to be satisfied, right? These are called solutions. In any inequality, there is, if there is a solution, then mean there is a infinite number of solutions, right? Not one solution, two solution, three solution, like that. As a, if there is a equation, if there is a solution, we can say one solution, two solution, three solution, like that. No? If there is an inequality, in inequality solution is infinite number of infinite real numbers, or otherwise there are no solutions. There are no solutions. To find the solution of inequality, we use two methods. One is graphical method, other one is algebraic method. Algebraic method. First we have to study algebraic method, then we have to study graphical method, right? So write down this topic. Solving inequalities. Solving inequalities. Solving inequalities. Write down this say, to solve inequality, we can use two methods. We can use two methods. Write down first one. Algebraic method. Second one, graphical method. Algebraic method. Second one, graphical method. Then you have to write down types of inequalities. Types of inequalities. Right. Now there are 5 types of inequalities we have to learn. First one, linear inequality. Second one, quadratic inequality. Third one, polynomial inequality. Fourth one, rational inequality. And fifth one, modular inequality. Then you have to learn one by one what is this inequality and how we can solve this type of inequalities, right? So write down types of inequalities. Under that topic, write down this pi type of inequalities. Right. Now write down this solving inequalities by using algebraic method. By using algebraic method. right? Solve in inequalities by using algebraic method. Right. Now write down first topping. Linear inequalities. Linear inequalities. Linear inequalities. Then there is a definition. The definition says then what is linear inequality? Here linear inequality mean definition says then fx comma gx, if fx comma gx both are linear, functions or one function linear other one constant. Fx greater than gx or fx less than gx is called as linear inequalities, right? The meaning of this one, there is a inequality mark, then left hand side and right hand side two function fx and gx. Here also same, right? Then these two function fx and gx, if both function are linear function or one function is linear and other one is constant, then this type of inequality is called as linear inequalities, right? Then first I give some explanation about linear function. Linear function is, the general form of linear function is a to the a into x to the power 1 plus b into x to the power 0. Generally we write this one ax plus b, because x to the power 1 mean x, a into x mean ax, x to the power 0 mean 1, 1 into b mean b. This is linear function of x, and in the definition says that a is not equal to 0. A is not equal to 0. Then we can write few examples. We can put for we can substitute for a 3, then 3x. If we substitute for b2, then 3x plus 2. If we substitute for a minus 2, then minus 2x. And we can substitute for b minus 5. Third one. We can substitute for a 4, then 4x. If we substitute for b 0, then this is the linear function 4x. Next we have to study constant. Constant also we can take as a function a into x to the power 0. That means a. Here a is a real number. Then constant mean we can put any real number for here. Minus 3, right? Positive 4. And any fraction 2 over 5 like that. Anyway, these are constant. These are the linear functions, right? Okay, now write down this one. First one, linear inequalities. Linear inequalities. Then write down definition. If fx, gx both are linear functions, or one function linear and other one constant. Fx greater than gx, fx less than gx is called as linear inequality. Then you have to write down linear function. Under linear function, write down general form n, example, then constant. right? Now write down solved in linear inequalities. Solved in linear inequalities. Solved in linear inequalities. Now, now you know what is linear inequality. Now you have to learn how you can solve linear inequalities by using algebraic method, right? By using algebraic method. Then later we discuss how we can solve linear inequalities by using graphical method, right? First example, I take this one. X plus 1 is greater than O. First we have to identify what type of inequality this one. Then you have to look right side of the inequality, this one. This is constant, no? Then you have to look left and right. This is linear function. One side is a constant, other side is a linear function. Then this is linear inequality. Now we have to learn how we can solve this linear inequality. What we have to do, we should subject. We have to subject unknown any side of inequality, right? Here unknown means x, no? We have to subject x. How we can subject x? We have to remove this positive one. How we can remove this positive one? According to the inequality laws, we can subtract same real number from inequality both sides, no? To remove this positive one, we should subtract 1, right? So, from left hand side I subtract 1, then right hand side I have to subtract 1. According to the inequality law, this inequality mark not change. Now this positive one and this negative one we can cut it here x. 4 minus 1 mean 3. Now we have subject x. Now we have to get an idea about what is this solution. How we can read this one? X is greater than 3. X is greater than 3. X is greater than 3 mean if we mark this solution in real number line, we have to mark point and we have to draw a small circle around that point and we have to put here 3. Then right hand side of this point positive, this is positive 3, no? Then right hand side of this number line is greater than 3 numbers, left and right less than 3 numbers, no? Then here x is greater than 3, no? Then greater than 3 values are right hand side of this circle, right? If we mark, this is the solution area. That means positive 3 to positive infinity and the solution area. Then from 3 to positive infinity, there are infinite real numbers, right? So we can write this area by using interval notation, right? How we can write this one? X is element. Now we have to write this number interval. How we can write this one? First we have to write this small number 3. Then we have to write here positive infinity. 3 is not solution, no, here not equal mark. Then we have to put normal bracket. Infinity is not a number, no, so it can't be solution. Then we have to put this side also normal bracket. This is the solution. Second one. 2x plus 3 less than 11. Now this is constant, this is linear function. So to solve this one, we have to subject x. To subject x, we have to remove this 3 and this 2. Plus 3 can remove this 3 by subtract 3 now. To remove this one, we have to divide both sides by positive 2. When we divide this one, here x. 8 divided by 2 means 4. As we divided positive number, inequality mark not change. And then solution is x is less than 4. X is less than 4 means x can take any value in between negative infinity to 4. No? So we can write this solution as a number interval this way minus infinity comma 4. Here 4 is not solution, so we have to put normal bracket. Negative infinity not a solution, so in that side also normal bracket. This is the solution. Now third one. Now we have to solve this one. Then right hand side linear function, left hand side also linear function. If both sides are linear function, then this is linear inequality. So we have to subject x. To subject x, if we subject left hand side of x this side, then we have to remove positive x from this side. In that case, we have to subtract x from both sides. Then left hand side 3x minus x means 2x plus 1, 9. Now to subject x, we have to remove this positive 1 and positive 2. To remove this one, we have to subtract 1 from both sides. Now we have to divide both sides by 2. Then this is the solution, x is greater than 4. If x is greater than 4, that means x can take any value in between 4 and positive infinity. This is the answer. Okay. Now write down these three inequalities and its solutions. Then we can move another examples. Okay. Now I give you few examples, then you have to try this. Potan right. Now you can try this one. Question number 4. Right hand side linear function, left hand side also linear function. So this is linear inequality. To solve this one, we have to subject x. Then by using inequality laws, try to subject x right hand side or left hand side. Right. Right. Now this one. First we have to remove this bracket because otherwise we can't subject x now. To remove this bracket we have to multiply by minus 2 this term and this term. When we remove brackets, this inequality mark does change? No. Why? There are no such law. When we remove, inequality mark changes. So we can remove this one here. O minus 2 into positive 1 mean minus 2. Minus 2 into positive x mean minus 2x. Here x plus 3. And then this side 4 minus 2 mean 2. Minus 2x here x plus 3. Now we have to subject x. We can subject x this side. Then we can take this minus 2x this side. That means we have to add 2x both sides. Then we have to take this positive 3 this side. That means minus 3. Why? Meaning of then we have to subtract 3 from both sides. And we can write straight forward way. We can take this term this side positive 2x, this term this side minus 3. Then here positive 2. When we take this on this side minus 3. Inequality mark not change, here positive x. When we take this term this side positive 2x. Now we can simplify this one minus 1, here 3x now. To subject x we have to remove this positive 3. For that we have to divide both sides by 3. Now we have subject x. The meaning of that one, x can take any value less than minus 1 upon 3. So we can write this answer minus infinity comma minus 1 over 3. This is the solution set. Here 1 plus, we have to remove bracket. 3x minus 6. Now 3x into x, 3x here minus 6. Now we can subject x here. Then we have to take this positive x this side. Here 1 minus 6 mean minus 5. We have to take this minus 5 this side. 3x, we have to take this x this side. Here minus 5 we have to take it this side, positive 2x, here 11. Then we have to divide both sides by 2. X is equal 11 over 2 or greater than 11 over 2. Now we can write this one by interval notation. 11 over 2, don't divide this one like 5.5 no need. 11 over 2 comma positive infinity. Positive infinity not solution. 11 over 2 is a solution because there is a equal mark now. This is inequality mark. This line says that equal mark, right? As this one equal, that means 11 over 2 is a solution. That means this 11 over 2 should include solution set. If this one include, we have to put square bracket near this number. This is the solution. Here we have to remove bracket. Minus 3 into 2 mean minus 6. Minus 3 into minus 6 mean positive 3x. x plus 3x mean 4x. We can take this term this side, then minus 2x. Then minus 6 we have to take right hand side, then here positive 1. When we take minus 6 this side, then positive 6. 2x, here 7. Now we have to divide both sides by positive 2. Now we can write this solution. X is less than 7 over 2 and equal to 7 over 2. Then minus infinity, comma 7 over 2. 7 over 2 solution. So we have to put square bracket near 7 over 2. Right? Right. Now this one, here denominator positive 3, here positive 2. To subject x, so before subject x, it is easy if we can remove this denominator. Here 2, here 3, then common denominator is 6 now. Then we can multiply both sides by positive 6. Positive 6. Then here positive 6 into x over 3 plus this will. Here 6 into x over 2. Here 1 into 6. Then 2x plus 3x mean 5x. 1 into 6 means 6 now. Now we can divide both sides by 5. Then here x. Here 6 over 5. Then we have subject x. X can take any value greater than 6 over 5. If x can greater than value, that means up to positive infinity. Less than, that means up to negative infinity, right? So here, six over 5 comma positive infinity. 6 over 5 is not solution because there is no equal mark. Now write down this one. Then you have to solve question number 8 and question number 9. Right. In this case, common denominator is 12. No? So you have to multiply both sides by 12. Then here 12 into x over 4 mean here 12 into x over 3, here 12 into 1, three x plus 4x means 7x. Now we can take this positive 6x this side, then minus 6x, then here 12. No? 7x minus 6x means x is greater than 12. Now we have subject x. As x is greater than 12, that means x can take any value in between 12 and positive infinity. So solution said this interval. Here common denominator 6 no. So we have to multiply by 6. Then here now we have to remove bracket 2x plus 2, here 3x plus 6. 2 plus 12 means 14. We have to take this positive x left hand side minus 6. Here right hand side positive 3x. We have to take this positive 2x to right hand side, then negative 2x. 8 x. That means x is less than 8. No? X is less than 8, then x can take any value in between negative infinity to positive 8. Right. Then question number 10. Okay, now question number 10. First we have to remove this bracket. then 2x plus 2. No? Here minus 3, here 2x plus 7. Now left hand side positive 2x, right hand side also positive 2x. If we take this positive 2x right hand side though, if we take this positive 2x left hand side, then what happened? Positive 2x minus 2x mean that term remove. No? Then what is remaining left hand side? 2 minus 3 mean minus 1. Right hand side remains 7. No? This term to this term remove. Now this is what we got. The meaning of this one, minus 1 is greater than positive 7. No? Is it true? No, this is wrong. Because minus 1 is not greater than 7. So we have to write this is wrong. When we try to solve inequality, then if we got any mathematically wrong expression, that means this inequality does not have solution. So we have to write this is wrong. So no solution, that's all. Then in this case, we first have to remove this bracket, then 3 minus 4 positive 4x. Then this side positive 4x, this side positive 4x. Then here 3 minus 4 mean minus 1, here 5. In this case, we have got then minus 1 is less than 5. Minus 1 is less than 5. Then this is true, no? So we have to write this is true. If this is true, the meaning of that one, x can take any value in between negative infinity to positive infinity. Right? Right. Right. Now we have to study if there is a linear double inequality. Right. We have to know how to solve linear double inequality. Right. So write down this one. Linear double inequality solved in linear double inequality. Right. Example 1. X plus 1 is less than 5 and 2 is less than x plus 1. This is constant, this is constant, this is linear function. That means this is a linear inequality. This is double inequality because there are two inequality marks now. To solve this linear inequality, there are two methods. First method very easy. If we can mean in some inequalities, this is we can't do. If you subject x in between two inequality marks, that is the solution. Right? If we can, you have to subject x in between two inequality marks. That is the way. In this case, right hand side constant, then left hand side constant, in between two inequality mark, only variable x now. So we can subject x in between two inequality marks. What we have to do? We should remove this positive 1. To remove this positive 1, we have to use original inequality laws. That means we can't say we take this positive 1 this side or we take this positive 1 this side. That is not original laws now. Then how we can remove this positive 1? We have to subtract 1 each and every side, right? Then we have to subtract 1 from this side. That means 2 minus 1. Here x plus 1, no, we have to subtract 1. Here 5, we have to subtract 1. 2 minus 1 means 1, no. Here x. 5 minus 1 means 4. Now we have subtract x in between two inequality mark. Then what is the meaning of this? X can take any value greater than 1 and less than 4. That means x can take any value in between 1 and 4. No? So we have to write this one using interval notation. So we have to write x is element of small number 1, comma, then larger one 4. X is not equal 4, here not equal mark. X is not equal 1, here not equal mark. So we have to put normal brackets. This is the solution. Second one. Let's do this one. Right. And now you do question number 2 and 3. Right. Then second one, in here also we can subject x in between two inequality marks. Then we have to remove this minus 3 and this positive 2. First we have to remove this minus 3. For that case we have to add 3 each and every side. No? Here 3 we have to add 3. 2x minus 3 we have to add 3. Here 7 we have to add 3. 3 by 3, 3 plus 3 means 6. No? Now we have to divide by 2. Now x can take in between 3 and 5 in value. This is the answer. Here we can subject x. First we have to subtract 4. To remove this minus 3, we have to divide both sides by each side by minus 3. Then minus 3 over minus 3 means positive 1. As we divide negative number, then inequality mark should change. When we divide this term by minus 3, positive x. Here when we divide this term by minus 3, then minus 2. Then x can take any value in between minus 2 and positive 1, then minus 2 and positive 1 also, because here equal, here equal. That means minus 2 is the solution, positive 1 also solution. Right. Right. Now in this case, each and every side x is there, no? But in this side here positive x, here also positive x, no? Then if we subtract positive x from each side, then we can remove this positive x and this positive x. Then we can convert this inequality as earlier inequality. Then we can substitute x in between two inequality marks, right? So do this one now. Right. Now we have to subtract x from each and every side. Then this side x minus 1, we subtract x. Here 3x plus 2, we have to subtract x. Then positive x to negative x removed. 3x minus x means 2x plus 2. Now we have to remove this positive 2 and this positive 2. First we remove this one. Then we have to subtract 2 each and every side. Then here minus 3. Now we have to divide both each side by positive 2. By over 2. Now we can write solution minus 3 over 2 comma 5 over 2. This is the solution set. Here in this side positive 2x, this side also positive 2x. By subtracting 2x, we can remove this 2x and this 2x, right? Right. So we can write solution now we consider three example. These three example also we can subject x in between two inequality marks now. So now you can write down this way. If we can subject unknown, if we can subject unknown in between two inequality marks, then we can find the solution. Then write down another paragraph. If we can't subject x, in between two inequality marks, then we have to separate given double inequality two different two different two different linear inequalities. Two different linear inequalities. Then solved in that two inequalities, we can find by solving the two inequalities, we have to find the common solution, right? We have to find the common solution. We have to find the common solution. That common solution is the solution of double inequality. Is the solution of double inequality. Right. Now, let's take an example. X plus 1 is less than 2x plus 3. 2x plus 3 less than 3x plus 5. This is the given double inequality. In this case, here positive 3x, here positive x, right? Now, this term is not equal to this one. So, in this type of sums, we can't subject x in between two inequality marks, right? Then what we have to do, we have to separate this double inequality, this inequality mark and left hand side and right hand side. Then x plus 1 less than 2x plus 3. This is one inequality. Then second one, this inequality mark and left hand side and right hand side. Then 2x plus 3 less than 3x plus 5. 3x plus 5. Now we have to solve this inequality. We can solve this one now. This is linear function, this is also linear function. So we can subject x, we can take this positive x this side, this positive 3 this side. Then here positive 1. If we take this positive 3 this side minus 3, here 2x, we take this positive x this side, then negative x. We can simplify these two, then minus 2, here positive x. Then solution of this inequality is x is greater than negative 2. I take this solution as 1. Then here also linear inequality now. To solve this one, we have to subject x. I take this positive 2x this side. Then 3x minus 2x. This positive pi I take this side. Then 3 minus 5. 3 minus 5 mean minus 2. Here 3x minus 2x mean x. Let's change this one somewhat. So, like 7. Then 3 minus 7 mean minus 4. This is the solution for this inequality. Right? Now x can take any value in between minus 2 and positive infinity. These are the solution for this. In this case, x can take any value greater than negative 4, solution for this inequality. Now we have to find the common solution. For that case, we can use real number line. If we draw a straight line, then we have to mark on that straight line negative 4 and negative 2. I put here dot. Draw a small circle around that dot. I mark near it negative 4. Then I mark dot right hand side of that dot and put a small circle around it. Then I put negative 2. Now, for this inequality, solution set is greater than negative 2. That means right hand side now. This circle. In this inequality, solution set is greater than minus 4. Greater than minus 4 means this area. Then common solution means both red color and both black color area. No, that means minus 2 to positive infinity. So we can write the solution minus 2 comma positive infinity. This is the solution for given double inequality. Then what we did here, we separate this given double inequality to linear, to inequality. Then we solve this one and we solve this one. Then after that we have to find the common solution. That common solution is the solution of given double inequality. Right? Do this one. Right. Now solve this one. First you have to separate this double inequality into two different linear inequality, this one and this one. You have to take this inequality mark and its left hand side and right hand side, this one. And here this inequality mark and equal mark, right hand side and left hand side, that inequality. Now you have to solve this one. I have to take -2 this side. This positive x you have to take this side. This is the solution for this inequality. Here we have to subject x, you have to take this side. Now you have to divide both sides by 3. 9 divided by 3 means 3. This is the solution for this inequality. Now you have to find the common solution. 3/2. Here 3. In this one, x is greater than 3/2. That means right hand side of this circle. Here, x is equal and less than 3. Then common solution in between 3/2 and 3, 3 also solution. This is the solution. Right. Then we have learned all the things about linear inequality. Right? Then first type of inequality we covered. Right? Now we have to move the second type. It is called quadratic inequality. Right? So write down the topic. Inequality number 2, quadratic. quadratic inequalities. So there is a definition. There is a definition for quadratic inequality. If fx comma gx both are quadratic function, or one is quadratic function and other one linear function. Linear function, no constant. Then fx greater than gx or fx less than gx is called as quadratic inequalities. In this case, you have to some idea about quadratic functions. Right? Quadratic function means if a comma b comma c element of real number, then a into x to the power 2 plus b into x to the power 1 plus c into x to the power 0. That means ax2 plus bx plus c. Is a quadratic function of x, a variable x. Then here a is not equal to 0. Here a, b, c are real number. If real numbers, then 0 is a real number. But in definition, a can't be 0, right? Then we can take few examples. If a is 3, then 3x is square. B is 4, 4x. If c is 3, 3. This is quadratic function. If a is negative 4, b is negative 3, c is 0, then this is the quadratic function. If a is half, b is 0 and c is 1, then half into x squared plus 1. If a is 2, b is 0 and c is 0. If b is 0, this term vanished. If c is 0, this term vanished. Then what is the remain? Only this part, 2x squared. This is also quadratic function. Right? Now you have know about constant linear function, then quadratic function. Right? We have to study again this function with more detail in lesson functions. There is a lesson, its name function. In that lesson, we discuss about with more details what is the quadratic function, what is the linear function, what is the constant function, like that. Here, only for identify this inequality, we have some idea about quadratic function, right? That's all. Okay, now write down second quadratic inequalities, then write down definition. Then write down about quadratic functions. Right. Now we have to study to solve quadratic inequalities. Right. So write down solving quadratic inequalities. Solving quadratic inequalities. Okay. Okay, now write down this. To solve quadratic inequalities, to solve quadratic inequalities, vector method is used. Vector method is used. Right. In vector method, in vector method, few steps we have to follow. First step, we have to make 0 any side, that means left hand side or right hand side, we have to make 0. That is the first step. In this example, it is already there, no, right hand side 0. Then second step, we have to find all the factors of other side. All the factors of other side we have to find. Now this is quadratic expression. No? X square plus 4x plus 3. This is quadratic expression. Now we have to find the factors of this quadratic expression. How we can find factors for this quadratic expression? You have learned it grade 10 and grade 11. No? We have to put two brackets. As there is positive x square, by this bracket positive x, by this bracket also positive x. When we multiply positive x by positive x, this term is there, positive x square. Then here positive 3, no? We can write 3 as a 1 into 3. 1 into 3. So one bracket there should be 1, other bracket there should be 3. As this is positive 3, then this 1, that means this positive 3. Actually what we have to do here, we have to multiply this term by this term. Then positive 3 x square. Now we have to write this one as a multiplication. We can write 3 1 into 3. X square, no, then 1x into 3x. Here positive, then both terms should be positive. Otherwise, both terms should be negative, right? Then we have to take, if we remove this multiplication marks, minus x minus 3x mean minus 4x. Here, if we remove this multiplication mark, positive x, positive 3x mean positive 4x. Now we have to check here midterm. Here midterm means positive 4x now. Then we have to write 3, positive 1 into positive 3. So we have to put here positive 1, here positive 3. That is the way we have to find the factors. Now right hand side we have make 0, left hand side we have find all the vectors. Now we have to take this one as inequality 1. Then this left hand side we have to take as E. Now we have to write E is equal x plus 1 into x plus 3. This is equation number 2. Then we have to substitute from equation 2 to inequality 1. In that case, for these two vectors multiplication, we have to substitute E for left hand side this side. We have to substitute here E. Then here E, inequality mark not change, right hand side 0. This is number 3. Then what is the first step? We have to make right hand side or left hand side 0. Then we have to find all the vectors of other side. Then we have to take vectors as equal E. Then we have to substitute it to the inequality. Then here we have gone E is greater than 0. No? E is greater than 0 mean E positive. Solution of this inequality is x squared plus 4x plus 3. To be greater than 0, we have to find the values that x can take. Right? It is same as if we can find the values of x for E positive, that means E is greater than 0. These are the solutions. To find E positive or E negative values for x, we have to find the principal values of E. That is called principal values. Principal values of E. How we can find principal values of E? We have to equal every factor of E to 0. Then x plus 1 is factor. Now we have to equal it 0. Then x plus 3 is a factor. We have to equal it 0. Right? Now we can solve this one. Then what is the value of x? Minus 1. Here what is the value of x? Minus 3. Now there are two values for x. That means there are two principal values. Right? Now we have to mark these two principal values in real number line. Minus 3 and minus 1. So I mark here minus 3. Minus 1. Now we have to draw a dotted line to be tangent left hand side of this circle and right hand side of this circle. Here also same, right? Left hand side and right hand side. We have to draw a dotted line. Now there are three areas. Now we have to find the sine of E, this area, and this area, this area. This area mean this area values are less than minus 3. Now. This area values are greater than minus 3 and less than minus 1. This area values are greater than minus 1. Now what we have to do? We have to find the sign of E any area, any one area. Let's find this area sign of E. This area, if we take any point on this straight line, that point denotes real number is greater than minus 1. Now we have to imagine any value greater than minus 1. Let's take 0. Now we have to substitute for x here 0. If we substitute here 0, 0 plus 1 mean 1, no? This one positive. Here 0 plus 3 mean positive 3, that means this one positive. If this bracket positive, then positive into positive mean positive, no? Then sign of E in this area is positive. To take this sign, we substitute 0. If you want, you can substitute any value. It should be greater than minus 1. As an example, if we substitute 10, here 10 plus 1 mean positive 11, 10 plus 3 mean positive 13, positive into positive mean again positive. Then this is a linear vector, that means this is linear function. No? Then here this is linear vector, here order 1. This is linear vector order 1. If all the vectors are linear function, then it's order 1. Then if we find the sign of V in one area, then we can change it. Here positive, no? Then here negative. Here positive, right? Now we want E positive area. That means this area and this area. No? Then this is solution area, that also solution area. Now we can write the solution. This area means negative infinity to negative 3. No? Negative infinity, comma, negative 3. This area negative 1, comma, positive infinity. X should be element of this set or this set. No? Then we have to put here union mark and we have to put the bracket. This is the solution set. Okay. This is how we solve quadratic inequality by using vector method. Right? Do this. right? Right. Now second one. This one. Now you have to look carefully. Then you can understand right hand side of this inequality linear function. No? Left hand side of this inequality quadratic function. Then this is quadratic inequality. Right? First you have to identify what type of inequality this is. Then you have to remember how we can solve this one, right? So this is quadratic inequality, then we have to use vector method. Then we have to make one side 0. No? For that case, we have to take these two terms left hand side. Then x squared plus 4x plus 9. We take this positive x this side, positive 4 this side. 7x minus x means 6x. 9 minus 4 means 5 now. Now right hand side become 0. Now we have to find the factors of left hand side. So what are the factors? These are the factors. Here positive 6x, here positive 5. Then when we multiply this one, positive x squared, here positive 1x, here positive 5x, then positive 6x. 5 into 5, 1 means 5. No? This is the inequality one. Now we have to take this left hand side as e. So e is equal x plus 1 in x plus 5 into x plus 1, right? Now we have to substitute from equation 2 to inequality 1. That means we have to substitute here e. Inequality mark not change, here 0. This is the inequality. Solution of this inequality also same as e positive values of x. Now we have to find the e positive values of x. For that case we have to find the principal values of x. Principal values of e. To find principal value of e, we have to equal each factor of e to 0. Then x plus 1, x plus 5 equal to 0 and x plus 1 equal to 0. Here x is equal minus 5, here x is equal minus 1. Now we have to mark these principal values on real number line. Minus 5, minus 1. Now we have to find the sign of each and every area. In this area, value of x is less than minus 5. Then we have to imagine one value, minus 6, minus 7, like that. Then we have to substitute it here. Let's substitute minus 6. Minus 6 plus 5 mean minus 1. That means this one minus. Here minus 6 plus 1 mean minus 5. This one minus. This one minus, this one minus. Then minus into minus mean positive. Sign of E positive. Then sign of E negative. Here positive. Now what we want? E positive area, this area and this area. Now we can write down the solution. This area mean minus infinity to minus 5. Right? This is the solution. Do it. The only thing what we have to do, we have to make 0 right side or left hand side. After that we have to find the vectors from other side. Right. Now this one, this is quadratic function, this is linear function. So this inequality is linear inequality. To solve, we have to follow factor method. For that case, we have to make this side 0. It is easy. Then we have to take this positive 2 this side, minus x this side. Then next can here positive 5x. When we take this one positive x, that means positive 6x. Here positive 10. If we take this one here, 10 minus 2 means positive 8. Inequality and equal mark not change. Now we have to find the factors of this quadratic function. Here 8 no. We can write 8, 1 into 8 and 2 into 4. This is positive 8 now. Then positive 1 into positive 8 to minus 1 into minus 8. Right? If we take without this multiplication mark, then positive 2, positive 4 mean positive 6. If we put negative, negative 2, negative 4 mean negative 6. But we want positive 6 now. Then this one, okay, positive 2, positive 4. So in this bracket x plus 2, then this bracket x plus 4. That is the vectors. This is inequality 1. Now we have to take left hand side as e. X plus 2 into x plus 4. Now we substitute from 2 to inequality 1. So we have to substitute here e. Then e is equal or less than 0. Now we have to find the principal values. So we have to equal x plus 2 to 0 and x plus 4 to 0. From here we can take x is minus 6, here x is minus 4. Two principal values, one is minus 4, other one minus 2. When we mark these principal values, real number line separate to 3 different areas. Now we have to find the sign of E each and every area. Right? In this area, values of x is greater than minus 2, minus 1, 0, positive 1, like that. Any value you can substitute here. If we substitute 0, positive 2, positive 4, that means sign of E positive, this area. Then this area negative, this area positive. Now we want E less than 0, no? E should be less than 0, that means E negative, this area solution area. And here equal mark, no? Meaning of then E equals 0, x value also solution. Now we have to write when E equals 0, when x equal. E mean here E is this vector and this vector multiplication. Then E becomes 0 if this vector 0, this vector 0. This factor becomes 0 when x is minus 2. This factor becomes 0 when x is minus 4. So we have to write is 0 when x equal minus 2 or x equal minus 4. You have to write this. Now we can write the solution. Is 0 mean x can take greater than minus 4, less than minus 2 any value. When is 0, x equal minus 2, x equal minus 4. Then this one minus 2 also solution, minus 4 also solution. So as minus 4 solution, we have to put here square bracket, here also square bracket. This is the solution. Right? Do this. If you can find the factors of quadratic function, then this type of inequality we can solve very easily. Okay. So next day we can discuss this quadratic inequality rest part 10. Then we can move to polynomial inequality and rational inequality. We can completely finish that inequality types. Then we can move to modular inequality. So there are 5 types of inequalities. We have to study how to solve them in algebraically and graphically. Right? First we are discussing about algebraically, then we can discuss about graphical method. Right? Okay.